Hi class, this is Mr. G, Mr. Garcia. So we're moving on. We're on 1.3 now. Okay, so make sure you guys have that paper out, and we're gonna go ahead and start. Let me go get my pen. I don't have it for this. All right. So we're on 1.3. So make sure you have your name, period, and date on this. We're still on chapter 1, real numbers. We're on lesson number 3. We are multiplying and dividing monomials. Now, what the heck is a monomial? Well, you're going to know today, okay? So, before we know what a monomial is, let's go ahead and read our essential question. So, our essential question is our important question that we have on every lesson. So, how do you multiply and divide expressions involving powers? How do you multiply and divide expressions involving powers? All right? So, we're still dealing with powers here. So, example 1. Let's go through this one first. And I know you see all these zeros, but we're going to go over it, okay? So if you have an iPhone or if you have an Android, there's memory inside that phone, right? You've heard of, 60 gigabytes, 64 gigabytes, or anything like that. You've heard that. So let's see what that means. So first of all, how many bytes are in a new iPhone? So 1 megabyte, which is smaller than a gigabyte, 1 megabyte equals 1 million bytes. 1 megabyte equals 1 million bytes. And the way you remember it is with the M. 1 megabyte, so 1 million bytes. Okay, so let's go to example A. How many bytes would it be if we wanted 10 times as much storage as the previous iPhone? So this iPhone has 1 million bytes. How much would it be if it's 10 times that? So it's 10 times 1 million. So 10 times 1 million would be 10 million. And you can see the pattern. There's 6 zeros and then one more 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 zeros. So this is 10 million bytes. Okay, B. How many bytes would it be if you wanted 1,000 times as much storage as the previous iPhone? So the previous iPhone has 1 million. So 1,000 times that. 1,000 times that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now I would have 9 zeros now. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now this is 1 million, 10 million, and this is 1 billion. 1 billion bytes. Let me put bytes. Bytes. Okay. Now, how many bytes would it be if you wanted 1 million times as much storage as the previous iPhone? 1 million now. So here's 1 million times 1 million. Okay, you're going to get a lot of zeros here. Let's count how many zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'll write it below. So this is going to equal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Comma, 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 comma. This is 1 trillion bytes. 1 trillion bytes. So you can see 1 megabyte. Okay, 1 megabyte is this. And then after that is, if it's 10 times bigger than that, it's 10 million bytes. If it's 1,000 times bigger than that, it's 1 billion bytes, right? And then if it's 1 million times bigger than this one, it's going to be 1 trillion bytes. That's a lot. Okay, we'll answer these questions on another video, but let's get this done today. So if you need some time to put all those zeros, go ahead and put it in there. All right, so let's keep going. So let's find out what a monomial is. So a monomial is a number, a variable, or a product of a number and one or more variables. Okay, remember the variables are the letters, okay, that we use. So in this case, this is the product of powers. So this is when you're multiplying powers, okay? When you're multiplying. Before we only saw them alone like this. Now we're multiplying them together. So let's see what this means. So this is what this means is 3 squared, which is 3 times 3. 3 to the fourth is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, right? So how many threes do you see here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see 6 threes. So it's 3 to the sixth. Now we're not going to worry about what it equals yet. And so let's go on. Let's do more of these. Okay, let's work with these monomials. So example number 2, simplify each monomial. So let's go to A. So for A, we have 5 to the third. Remember, this is all multiplication, okay? 5 to the third means 5 times 5 times 5. 5 squared means 5 times 5. So all these are multiplied together. So 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. So this has 5 to the fifth. Now, if you type this in the calculator or actually do the multiplication, you're going to get a number here. But we're not worrying about that yet, okay? B. So x to the fifth times x to the fourth. So how many x's do I have here? Here's the 5 right here. And here's the x to the fourth right here. There's 4 x's. 1, 2, 3, 4. So how many total x's do you have? We have 9. Okay. So x to the ninth. Okay, next one on C. So C says 4 squared. So I have 4 times 4. That's this one. And then I have 4 to the third 3 times. 4 times 4 times 4. Okay. And then this one I told you that there's a 1 there on top. It on your paper it doesn't show it, but there's a 1 there. Okay. So this is 4. There's only 1 4. So how many 4s are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 to the 6. Now we're not worried about what it equals yet. Okay? All right. So I put this one on here. So D is, so I have negative 2 to the fourth. So negative 2 is written 4 times. Negative 2, negative 2, negative 2, negative 2. Yes? And then this is negative 2 to the third. So negative 2, negative 2, negative 2. That's 3 times. So how many is it total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it looks like it's 7 twos. 7 negative 2. So it's negative 2 to the seventh. Let's not forget our parentheses. Okay? Now, this one's a little tricky, okay? E and F are a little tricky. But don't worry, this is all multiplication, okay? So, let's look at the 3. There's no other 3 here, right? There's no other 3. So we'll just leave it as 3. And then these two are together, so let's leave them together. So 3 times, and then x squared is x times x. Yes? Okay. And then let's look at the 4. There's no other 4 here, so let's just leave it. And then x to the fourth, how many x's is it? It's 4 x's. X, 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 x. Okay, there it is. Okay. Now, how many x's do you see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Remember, this is all multiplied. So guys, what's 3 times 4? 12. There's your answer. You're done. Take a second to think about it, and let's move on. All right. So next one. Let me put a little up. So negative 2 times A. And remember I told you every time you see the A or a letter by itself, there's a 1 on top. Okay? So we have negative 2 and then just times A. Right? And then times 5. And then we have A squared. How many A's? 2 A's, right? We're just expanding them, guys. That's what we're doing. Okay, so this one, two, three. How many A's do you see? 3 A's. So it's A to the third. And then, what's negative 2 times 5? Negative 10. So it's negative 10A to the third. That's the letter A. Sorry if my writing's not that good. Okay, let's go ahead and do the last one. Let's go ahead and do G on the back. All right, we're on the back of the paper. We're doing letter G. Okay, so that's what we're doing right now. We're doing letter G on the back. I don't know why I printed like that. I probably printed wrong. I'm sorry about that, guys. So here's letter G. So again, we have negative 2 times W. So negative 2 times W. And then we have these guys together. These are together. So I'll put them a different color. So we have 5. And then how many W's? W to the fourth, right? Times W times W times W times W. Okay? 4 W's. So how many W's do you see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is W to the fifth. And then just multiply them. Multiply the negative 2 and the 5. Just multiply them together. Okay? So negative 2 times 5 is negative 10. That's it. We're done with this part of the lesson. We'll continue this on another video. All right, guys.